Hello there, my dear friends, my dear beloved friends, I would say. Good morning and good evening, in whichever place you are in. May God bless you, and I hope you're all doing good, you're all doing great. This is a motivational session. In my channel, you can see there are a lot of Bible based teachings. Those are all practical teachings too, but then if you have any conflict with religion or whatever, please ignore, no problem. But then this is a motivational speech, so therefore, this is generic subject, and therefore don't switch it off. All right, a warm welcome to this motivational series. There are close to 70 plus videos, I think, if I'm not wrong, in an episode where we have put in motivational series. There are 5 or 6 episodes in our channel. Please go to the playlist, and all of these are practical teachings how to live your life in a subtle way that you will be an overcomer, right? The most important objective for all these motivational series is none other than building people as overcomers. Today, the biggest problem with most of the mankind is they some people want to overcome, but they do not know how to overcome. Some people know how to overcome, but they are not able to overcome. You understand the difference, right? They don't know the methods to overcome. They do not know the techniques to face the challenges and overcome. They do not, they're not able to basically, accept the unprecedented events. See, all the challenges, all the issues, all the troubles, all kind of failures, errors, all these things will not knock your door and come, correct? No, it will not say, hey, you know what, I am that failure, may I come in please? You will not allow the failure because why? You're not welcome. Please get out of my house. Therefore, the world that we are living in has only taught us about problems, situations, challenges, all bad things, but unfortunately very very few sources, including media, including Facebooks and Twitters and all kind of channels that you're associated, have never taught us about solution, has never taught us about the techniques, the methods to overcome, right? And that is the whole objective of these motivational sessions. And I'm sure that you have gone through many of our sessions. It is only going to build you, therefore stay connected. Today's title is about a very interesting topic and a very simple topic too. But then it's a most ignorable, or the topic that has been most ignored, right? That's the right way to define. You know what is the title of this topic? Shh, stay quiet. Yes. You will see in the doctor's office, when you go to the doctor's office, a little baby's photo will be put in there, and the baby will be putting its little finger, that cute finger, on its lip, and you will see, yes, H, right? Shh, be quiet. You know what? That's a very, very important principle for us to follow wherever you may go, in whatever situation you may be. Most of the times, if you would be following this principle, staying quiet, I will tell you what, not just me, there are many scholars, there are many medical researchers, there are many people who are involved in this psychiatric kind of job, or many analysts, right? They analyze the human trend, especially the behavioral trend. They have discovered there is a 80-20 rule. Yeah, for 80% of the problem, there are 20% of causes. Which is bigger, 80% or 20%? 80% is bigger, problem is bigger. But you know what? The 20% causes were the ones which introduces this, which introduces 80% of the problem. Therefore, technically speaking, 80 is greater than 20. But you know what? Psychologically, 20 is greater than 80. People look at the problem. Why? Because it's big. It's bigger like a mountain. It's mighty. Oh, how can I ignore it? And this and that. But most of the people, 9 out of 10 people, they don't tend to focus on the 20% of causes, which was the root cause for these 80% of the problem. Likewise, in life, if you see all sorts of problems, what is the starting point? The words of your mouth. Yeah, this big hole on your face, right? Now I'm not talking about the ears. There are 2 holes on either side, right? And there is a nose which has got 2 holes, but this big hole on your face, that's the mouth. Chatterbox mouth. Many types of mouths are there, right? Chatterbox mouth, fussy mouth, complaining mouth, grumbling mouth, murmuring mouth, what is that? Fighting mouth, brawling mouth, quarreling mouth, and conflicting mouth, betraying mouth, and what is that? Mockery, mouth of mockery, ridiculing mouth, humiliating mouth, hurting mouth. I can go on and on. I think by this time you would have got an idea, right? Oh, bro, oh, yes, yes, my friend. I think your title is making a lot of sense to me. Yeah, touch your heart and say, be honest to yourself, right? Don't you think so? If you're going through 10 different problems in your life, I can bet my life at least six or seven of them are because of the words of your mouth. Just analyze this and see. Why? Because I have a tremendous respect for a lot of universities like Stanford University, and there is another, British Council, which really does all this research as far as the human welfare is concerned. Right? Their thing is like they take a problem which is quite familiar, sorry, which is quite common among the mankind, and they start to research on the root cause, and this is their only job. And I always like to, it is all available in your Google. Don't think, oh, which library you're going, brother, or bro, which or dude, which tool are you using, or which book are you studying? Nothing. The same tool, right? Whichever you are using, Google tool, right? Everything is available there. Now let's come to the point. Now, why do we find so difficult to be tight-lipped? Let's start with few questions, right? And we will start answering those questions. Therefore, you will get a lot of light. Tell me, you answer this question. There are situations where you really want to be tight-lipped, but you are not able to. It just comes out, right? When you open the tap, water comes out. Yeah, there are few cities where only air comes out because there is lack of water supply. That's a different issue, right? Likewise, if you see when you open the tap how the water gushes out, the words of your mouth gushes out. Oh, I tried, bro, I tried really not to talk, but you know what? This guy really touched my ego. Yes, you're right. First important point that you have to learn is the very reason why you are not able to be tight-lipped, why you are not able to control the words of your mouth is ego. And you know what is the basis of ego? Competition. We are living in a competitive world, no doubts about it. And competition is very healthy. But the problem is many people have started to use this competition in a very unhealthy manner, right? Instead of using that competition as a positive parameter, many people have ended up using it as a negative parameter, and that's the biggest problem with the mankind today. um, Competition is always good. Why? Because it introduces new sorts of ideas and inventions. What you were not able to think, your competitor was able to think. Yesterday I was going through, I work for HP. Yesterday I was going through a very, very interesting video about HP. And about HP's history, they were describing, one person was describing in a different language. In Tamil, he was representing. And I was really surprised to know that, the Steve Jobs, right? The Apple founder was initially actually, having some association with HP, and the person who gave that idea to Steve Jobs offered that idea to HP, and HP rejected it. And that's how the Apple Foundation or Apple company has been founded. And the reason I will tell you what, it is because of that egos, right? Where Hewlett Packard, two people, right? Dave Hewlett, I think. I'm not familiar with his full names, right? And they rejected this idea. Probably the researchers are saying, hey, this is not going to work, man. Probably they were underestimating their competitor. They undervalued the competitor, right? Sometimes what happens is your egos will never allow you to appreciate. Your egos will always take you to the wrong side of the discussion. Always it will ingest negativity. Therefore, don't look at competition or a competitor or your opponent as a person who's who's going to kill you, who's going to devour you, who's going to defeat you, is a spoiled sport. Do not look at that negative angle, right? Always learn to look at it from the positive angle, right? Professionals listening to me, if you start practicing this ideology, if you start practicing this principle, you will have tremendous growth in your career, right? Another study says that the very reason for gossip is competition, and the very reason for companies, many companies have shut down. Do you know what was the reason? Many people think, oh, they did not click in their business, they couldn't think innovative and all that. No, 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 no. 80% of the reason for most of the companies to shut down is because gossipers were too many. Yeah, Their own employees have become gossipers, which means they were unproductive. They go for coffee, lunch, and they start to gossip about the employer, and the bitterness and the grudge will start to develop in their heart, and they're not able to concentrate fully. They're not able to give the fullest effort, right? And therefore, the productivity is coming down. Naturally, what happens over a period of time, months later, years later, the company will start to see the slowdown of its progress. Why? Because the employees are not ready to give their best efforts. And the very reason for this is because they've never ever understood that egos and competition can only pull them down. Competition taking in a healthier manner will never make you tight-lipped. In fact, you know what? You will talk still, but then the healthier things will come out of your mouth. It will be very encouraging even to your competitor. And in a team, if you're a team player, if you're working in a team, if you're working in a company, do not look at your peer. Do not look at anybody as your competitor, but look at them as your co-worker and start to learn things from them. Because what you have failed to discover, the other gentleman or the other lady have discovered it, and it is really good to appreciate. Right? This is one aspect. Second aspect is competition introduces fear. Again, it is connected to competition only. I'm telling you, what I'm explaining here is why are we not able to be tight-lipped, right? Why? What makes us to become gossipers, murmurers, and all that? These are all negative energy, right? This will never allow you to progress forward in your life, and you will be such a spoiled sport. Even your own team will, crumble. You will be crushing the company. You will be the source for your company to go through losses. And we are talking through that, right? I will be closing in another couple of minutes. It's going to be a very very short session. And the second aspect is competition introduces fear. You will be overwhelmed in such a tremendous fear. Oh, my job will be, I will lose my job. My employer will kick me out. Why? Because this guy is over smart. This guy is kind of, dominating me. This guy is overpowered me and all that. No, sorry. Learn from that person. How was he able to think differently? Why I was not able to think like this person. You start answering such questions, or what makes this person to think differently? Why I was not able to think like him? Why? Because that guy never looked at you as a competitor or an opponent. That person was always looking for one thing: I need to do something good for my company. I need to do something right for my employer because he's paying me, and I need to do the right things for my company. That was his focus. If you start analyzing on that guy, you will learn from him, right? And whenever competition comes next time, please do not be overwhelmed in fear, or please do not be worried, right? Because this guy, because you're going to be judged based on your performance. This is how the corporate industry works. In fact, this is how every industry works. Even if you're a student, the same question is answered by two different students, but one person gets better marks or scores better marks than the other person. Why? Because the person's perseverance is different, right? He or she starts to answer this question from their heart. Why? Because they put all their efforts, and they were so loving that subject. And when I was a student, I never scored the best of my marks in all the subjects, but some subjects which I like the most, like for example, I like history, I like science, but I don't like chemistry, mathematics. Oh, I hate it. But I was scoring in chemistry and mathematics also pretty good. But you know what? If you ask me any of that I studied long ago, I wouldn't remember anything. But you ask some of the subjects which I had studied with a lot of passion in my heart. For example, history, for example, science and biology. I love to read biology, how the human system, human anatomy works. You ask me anything, even today also, without referring of the curriculum which I had studied 30 years ago, probably, I would be able to tell you just like that. That is why you need to learn to work with passion, not to work in competition, right? Competition creates egos. Competition induces fear. Competition induces rifts and all kind of gaps and voids. And you will not be a good team player. You will never allow others to also prosper. You will be such a spoiled sport. When I say spoiled sport, you will always find ways to pull that guy down. It's like frog culture. Have you seen frogs? Huh? Or no, not even frog. Crab. Sorry, crab. Crab. Crab, right? In the beaches, you will find this crab. You put 5 6 crabs inside a pot. You know what? Not a single crab will be able to come out. But it's very surprising. No, they're very capable to climb anything, anywhere you put rocky surface, sand surface, anything. They're able to climb. The reason is, I'll tell you what. One crab will pull down the other crab, and all the six crabs will end up falling one over the other, right? This is the state of every individual that are falling down. Why? Because you're falling down because you're pulling other person down. Instead, you learn from the other, allow the crab to climb up, right? If the second crab was sitting silently and watching, let me watch how this first fellow is climbing. After he climbs, he will learn many things, and you know what, he will improve the better means of climbing, right? Similarly, when you have learned these qualities from your opponent, how he or she was able to present things, how he or she was able to achieve things, you would achieve better than them. Why? Because you would become more innovative, without egos, without fear, without worry, without gossiping, without grumbling, without hatred, without bitterness, without all of these negative energy, right? I'm not here to talk about aura, positive energy, negative energy, but something similar to that, right? The words of your mouth when you watch out, which is the reason for all of your defeats. The same words of your mouth, the same thought process in your head, the same competition can build you a better person, can make your employer stronger, right? Similar principle applies even in the family. Married people listening to me, students listening to me, children listening to me, right? This principle, if you start applying whichever place you are in, not just the words means nothing but the thought process, right? When your thought process is filled with negative energy, the words also will be full of negativity, arrogant words. Some children know behavioral pattern is very, very rude and arrogant. They never listen to their parents, and they refrain from even coming to their home. They come very late, and if the parent is asking, why are you coming late, that none of your problem, it's my own will and desire. What makes them to talk like this is because the negativity induced in their thought, right? So I just spoke much from the corporate example, but I'm talking more from the family's perspective also. As a person, right, you're able to overcome that. So today, please give away that competition attitude. Competition introduces many, many negative things, but the same competition, you can basically use it, it's called as peer pressure. I mean, if you're a student, there also there will be competition. That girl scored 1 mark more than me. Why did she score 1 mark more than you? What makes her so special? She's able to dominate you. Learn from her. Yeah. And then, who's the best competitor? The best competitor is you and yourself. I, myself, and me are the. Learn to treat yourself as your own competitor. In the sense, last time you scored 85 percentage. This time, what is the mark? 86 percentage. You don't check on the other person who has scored 90 percentage. No, you are the competitor. You yourself. You are the competitor to yourself. That way, you don't end up in any ego, selfish fight, brawls, and this and that. And again, I'm telling you, the initial root cause what we discussed was the words of the mouth. Stay quiet, in the sense what, learn to be in calm mindset all the time, right? Sometimes stay quiet, which means what, it will allow you to think more, right? Emotions will subside and the thought process will dominate, which means you'll get a lot of new ideas. Try this out and see, my friend. Yeah, listening to me, you try this out and see, in the terms of in the moments of troublesome moments and situations and challenges, learn to apply this principle. Be quiet. You know what, you will get a lot of innovative ideas. Yeah. Tandi dimag se socho, right? That is an Hindi proverb. Therefore, you can think a lot and you can do wonders when your head is cool. Therefore, please abide to this principle. Stay quiet, and may God bless you. And I wish you to prosper. Continue to stay connected in our channel. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Why? Because we will be releasing a lot of videos, and you'll get an automatic notification. And don't miss on anything. These are only going to help you for a better career, for a prosperous life, and for a peaceful life, and for a calm mindset. Thank you, and stay united and stay connected. I will be meeting you shortly in another session.